Hello and welcome to Rosberry Crafts, my YouTube channel where I share all my crafty adventures. Today is October 20th, 2023, and this is episode 73. My name is Roz and I live in Lake Country, British Columbia, Canada with my two kids who are 13 and 11. Welcome to all you new viewers and thank you very much for coming back to all my returning viewers. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video if you're interested in having more of my content and all my crafty adventures. Today for you, I have works in progress, stash, next on my needles, events, and some chatter. Let's get started, shall we? Works in progress. As you can see, by jumping in straight into works in progress, I have no finished objects this week, and I am not wearing any knitwear currently. However, I am wearing a sweater. This one is store-bought, and it is cotton. So, this sweater actually I just got recently from Old Navy, and yeah, the arms are too short, so I just fold them up and make them like a 3/4 length sleeves for my super long arms. And I did manage to actually get this sweater, but in a different color, in the same size, but in the tall version, and those fit me perfectly. It's like a blushy pink color. So yeah. Anyway, so you didn't need to know about my Old Navy purchases, but I do love the fit of this sweater, and I think that I'm gonna have to replicate it with some knitwear because it's super comfy. It feels like a sweatshirt, but it looks a little bit more dressy. So let's get on to our first work in progress, which is not a sweater currently. Somehow I don't have any of those on the needles. I do have a lot of progress again on my shortest day shawl. So this is Shortest Day Shawl by Christina Gordon. That is the stitch marker from last week, and I've knit all of those. So I'm on, I think, color 18 now out of 24. So I know we've seen it all before, but it's just beautiful, beautiful colors. Each of them is individual, and yet they all have the same kind of theme to it. Like this gray kind of, it's washing out a bit in the camera. Maybe this side is better. The moody teals, and then this with the pops of really, really fun berry color in it. It's all good. It's all good, you guys. This yarn is Fireweed Fiber Co. and this is her 2022 Advent, so from last Christmas. And I am getting this year's again. Wow, that changed the color of the video. Okay, don't do that again. Yeah, so this is, day 18 out of 24. So I've got to finish day 18 and then I've got 6 more stripes. And then it's time to cut open my knitting. I'm down to the last cake that I've wound up, so it's very, very exciting. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that one now, and I'm gonna move along to my on-the-go knitting. And where's my, oh, I thought I put a stitch marker on. I guess I didn't. Anyway, I have a stripe and a bit done. So the yellow and that little bit of gray at the top is all that, or charcoal, all that I've gotten done this week. This pattern is Dream Fingerless Mitts by Marcia Healy, and they are a fingerless mitt that you can fold over to cover your fingers or fold back. I am modifying this version so it just goes up to like the half finger mark because it's for my husband to use inside when our basement is cold and he wants to play video games. Or, you know, typing on his desk that's downstairs. We'll see. The intention is the video games, but he might wear them other times. Probably not out of the house though. However, this is a sock yarn, and this is Mustache Yarns in the Must Match perfect must match socks. And this is the Hogwarts colorway. Yeah. So, getting into some Hufflepuff colors here. Yeah, so just making progress on those as I can when I'm headed out someplace and need to wait for the kids or something else. And it's in my little to-go bag that hangs so nicely in the car. So that is that one. And the last one is my GeoGradient West Knits Mystery Knit Along. So if you don't want to see that, either look away or you can skip to the next segment, chapter, which will be stash. So if you look at the bar down below here, you can just scroll over to the stash section and then you will not see any of this. So fair warning, I'm still in clue 2, and that's okay. Everyone works at their own pace, right? So let's make sure I get the front. It's all very tangled because there's 4 balls of yarn, although only one is attached. Okay, this is the front. Okay, so we started with this fun square detail, and I just have this half on holders. And then, so after we've moved into this fun panel. I love it. I really like how you can see the speckles in the, I love how the colors worked out for the different sections. And yeah, it's I think I've got maybe one more back and forth and then I'm done this side, and I have to basically do the same thing on this side, and then I'll be done clue 2. But that's okay. I'm good with however long it takes me. I'm enjoying the process. And if I see the spoilers, I'm not too concerned. So let's go over, first, the pattern is GeoGradient by Stephen West, and it is his mystery knit along every fall. He does a mystery knit along, and this is the 2023 one. A mystery knit along is when you get a clue each week, and then you don't know what it's going to be. You probably know like if it's going to be a shawl or a sweater or whatever, but you don't know what the shape is going to be like or stitches are going to be used, all that kind of fun stuff. The yarn that I'm using, this lovely cream, is Lion Brand Sockies in the Marshmallow colorway. And then the next 2 are both, it's a set that I got, whoops, it's the wrong way around, from Dingo Dye Works. I actually won this, and this is Granny Smith. And then the last one with my fun speckles is Fireweed Fiber Co. And this is her May color from this year for her sock club. So yeah, there we are. I'm going to put these back very carefully so that they stay in the right order and don't get tangled. Yeah, so that is my mystery project, and that's it for works in progress. So let's move on to stash. First up for stash today, I have a bit of a story, not too long, don't worry. My local knitting friend, being that she lives close enough that we can get together and knit sometimes, although we don't do that often enough because we hardly ever do that, but we do talk online sometimes. And she is also one half of a podcast, an audio podcast called Relentless Knitting, and I've also interviewed her on this channel, so if you're looking for that. So my friend Carla, who is Carla Crafts on Instagram. Anyway, I'll link to her profile down below. She is a teacher in this area at a middle school, not my kids' middle school, but a different one. And she runs a crochet and knitting club at school, and got a bunch of yarn donated from the grocery girls. So some of the yarn was not going to be used for the club or the school club because it's just not going to work for the project that they're planning, and she kind of saved all like the bulky and the worsted and all that kind of stuff for them. And so she gave away a few of the extra skeins, and I got some Freckled Whimsy, which I have never had before. And this is a DK sock club from this year. I don't know if there's a theme to the club this year, but this color is called Squeeze the Day, and it is a 6-stripe repeat. And this is a DK yarn, could be used for socks. Look at this. Maybe you can see it better on this one. And then it came with a mini skein as well. So Taylor picked these colors. I would not have pegged her for this colors, but she picked them. And I'm gonna make her a Musselburgh hat. So I think, which is kind of going into next on my needles, but yeah. So yeah, DK weight. It'll wash up nicely because it's got the sock nylon in it. And yeah, super fun colors. I also got, dropped everything on the ground. I put in an order from Twice Sheared Sheep. And yeah, I've been watching their Instagram and seeing some other people get some fun stuff, and I couldn't resist any longer. So Taylor had stolen a couple of my Knitting Notions tins and made herself her own notion tin, and then she made like a little sewing kit. She's been into hand sewing lately. They did some of that at school in their makers class, which used to be called home ec, but now they call it makers. Anyway, it involves more than just home stuff, but that's a whole other side topic. So I thought I would buy her own tin so she would stop stealing mine. And then I bought myself this one. So it's got cute little boxes on it. And these ones slide open. So super cute. Fox covered in yarn. And whoops, that was loud. And then I got a few stitch markers. This is the increase and decrease round. So when you're doing like the increases for a toe, if you start at the toe and work out, you could use this increase one. So one round is knit and one round is increase, or raglan increases, something like that. Basically, when it's one round you knit, one round you increase. So, and they have, it's on the back, but it's a little mermaid and a turtle. So cool. And then I got 2 of these are their counting row markers. So they go like 1 through 10 or start at 0. And one of them, you can see this one is for medium-sized needles, and this one's a small size needle. And then it's hard to see in the plastic, but there's a teacup on that one. And this one has a little sheepy. Where's my camera? Oh my gosh, it's not focusing. Anyway, trust me, they're cute. And the last thing, and I got Taylor some stuff, but she's got it tucked away and I don't want to pull it out. So I got her a tin and a couple stitch markers as well. And the last thing I got is their snap bracelet sock rulers. So on the one side, it's got shoes. This is US shoe sizes for women and men. And then this way is the kids shoe sizes. And then on the back, it's got, hold it up the right way around, inches and centimeters. And then it has instructions on how to use the sock ruler, and you can just keep it on your wrist. So I think I'll definitely be using this a lot when I'm out and about and I want to have a ruler, but I don't necessarily want to carry like a whole thing with me. It is a little bit sticky. So if you had it like in a Notions bag or something, I could see like other things maybe getting stuck to it because it's that kind of silicone sticky material, but there we are. Ta-da! And that is it. That is it for stash and other. We'll move on to next on my needles. So first up for next on my needles is the yarn I just showed you. So I don't know why, but Taylor is just she's not into the socks right now, and that's okay. She will be again later. I think I made her a pair that was maybe a little scratchier and a little too tight for her foot, which was my fault, but My plan for this, because she didn't want socks, is actually to make a musselburgh, and it's hard to see because what I'm gonna do, let me rewind a bit. What I'm gonna do is, so the musselburgh pattern is you knit one side of the hat and then you increase and then you knit flat, and then at the brim you keep knitting and do the opposite and then decrease, and then you tuck it inside the other one. So it is a double layer hat, and then you can fold it up or not. You can wear it slouchy, all that kind of stuff. The pattern is Musselburgh by Isolde Teague. It's important to include those details. I have made quite a few of them in different yarn weights, from fingering all the way up to worsted. So DK will be, whoa, do you see those reflexes? DK will be a good weight. So what I'm going to do is cast on in the self-striping, and then when I run out of the self-striping, I will use the mini, or when I think I get like an inch away from halfway. And then I will have the other side with the other ball of self-striping. I did cut these, so they're not like a must match or anything like that. It came as one skein. But yeah, so then the brim that she folds up will be this fun orange, and then the rest of it will be the self-striping. That's my plan. That's my plan. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I think it'll be good. I'm excited to see how these colors work up, because they're like bright but pastel-y. So that is going to be a fun project. And then I have one other item to talk about, and that is this lovely yarn. This is my Barocco Remix that I got in PEI. And I can't remember what the color is. Faded jeans, old jeans, something like that. And I have 4 balls of this. I just wound this one up because I like to work off of a cake instead of a ball. It's weird, I know. Anyway, wound this one up so it's ready to go, so I can swatch for my November sweater in a month. Yes, I understand that this is a light DK, but I'm okay with just seeing how much of a sweater I can get done in 1 month. And I think November is a good month to do it because there is the NaNoWriMo thing that lots of people do, and I don't have any other pressing projects other than the ones that I'm working on. So I'm going to knit a Ranunculus, which is by Midori Hirose. And yeah, I mean, thousands of people have knit the Ranunculus. And it's going to be like a looser, drapier sweater, and I don't know if I'll do full sleeves or not, but I have 4 balls, so I should be able to do full sleeves, and I'm excited. I think that's all I got to say about that. Oh, I'm going to be swatching ahead of time. And this is knit at quite a loose gauge, so I think it's doable in a month, guys. I think it's doable. I think it might be the only thing that I work on, but I think it's doable. So we will see, but that is going to be swatched hopefully this week coming up. Next up is events. The one and only event that I am participating in right now is the Downseller Studio Pigskin Party 23-24. That started back in September and it goes till February the 12th. So it follows the NFL football season, and whatever you can knit during that time, start and finish during that time, can be eligible for points. There's extra points for sponsored products and all that kind of fun stuff. If you want to know more details about this, you can check out the link down below in the description bar. I will link to that and everything else I talk about down below. And we'll move on to chatter. Feeling a bit out of sorts this week when I'm talking to the camera, even though this is episode 73. I don't know. Who knows? I have noticed that the past couple episodes I have been saying a lot of and and so I'm working hard to not say that as much, but I'm also human and get caught up on my words sometimes. That's just how it is. For books this week, I have finished one book. I listened to The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the third book in this series, and I've listened to all of them. I really like the narrator for this one, and I really, really enjoyed this book. I mean, I really, really enjoyed the first one. The second one was good. This one was very good as well. It's all about, puzzles and solving mysteries and figuring stuff out and connections and people and so many good things. Highly recommend this series if you're into that kind of thing. I'm reading a couple other books still. I have an audiobook and a regular book on the go, but not finished either of those yet. So we'll see about next week. This past week has included a lot of meetings. So I'm on the Parent Advisory Council for my school and my district, and it just coincided that all 3 meetings were this week. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night I had meetings, which is fine. These things, it was frustrating that they happened 3 nights in a row. It was a lot. It was a lot of mental space when you work during the day and then you have these meetings. There is a lot going on for the kids. They're in volleyball season right now, which is only a 6-week season. So there's practices and games and all that kind of stuff going on. There was an open house for the school so we could get to know the teachers better. And it was just a very busy week. I am glad it is Friday. It is pizza night and we're going to watch a movie. I think we've picked a blockbuster movie from the 2000s. It's going to be a fun, relaxing night. The other thing that happened this week is that I got a new watch. It's probably not going to, there we go. It's upside down. I can't show you. So this is the Google Pixel Watch 2, and I got this because my husband purchased a new phone. He's already been taking a ton of pictures with it. He got a Google Pixel 8 Pro, and at the end of the video, I will put in some of his pictures from the college where he teaches. And he took some beautiful fall photos, just kind of walking between classes and with his new phone and the amazing cameras that are on it. So really cool. I'll put those in. So you got a free gift when you pre-ordered the phone, and he got me a watch. So I'm very excited. It's been a while since I've had a smartwatch that I've really enjoyed, and over the summer I just wore my plain Timex watch, and I was kind of missing having that extra feature of things happening on my wrist, keeping track of my activity, all that kind of stuff. Just getting back into that routine of knowing what's happening. Not that I couldn't live without it. It's definitely a bonus thing, and I don't have to make my step goal every night. I'm not like that. I just like to kind of see. It gives me a good idea of where I am, and if I'm having some, mental things, be like, oh, well, I didn't walk at all this week, so of course, I need to go walk on the treadmill, and that's going to help me clear my head and stuff. So just helps me track things, which is very, very nice of him to gift that to me, even though it was from his phone. This weekend coming up, as in tomorrow, and it's already happening right now, my daughter, who's 11, is at a leadership conference, and it is for students in grade 6 and up, all from over the province, and there are about 250 kids there, and she was one of 5 that was picked from her school, which has about 580 kids. So it's very exciting for her, especially since she's in grade 7, not grade 8, and yeah, she's so excited. She was there yesterday, she's there today, Saturday, and Sunday. So it is a big deal. They do lots of fun things too. They have a bunch of workshops and presenters, and then they have bowling, and they go to a hockey game, and they have a talent show and a dance, and yeah, just really, there I go. Those connecting words. She's having a great time with that. And my son and I are headed off to Seattle tomorrow. He got invited with some of his buddies on a bus trip to see a Seahawks game, which is NFL football. I don't think I've ever been to an NFL game. So my husband really wanted to go, but he has a lot of work to get done this weekend. It's midterm season, so he is marking. So I am chaperoning my 13-year-old down to Seattle. I don't think I'll get out to many other places other than the hotel, the restaurant, and the game, but I'm gonna try and do a bit of vlogging so you guys can come along with me on the bus. So we're taking a bus from Kelowna down to Seattle. We have a hotel room there, and then we go to the game, and then we have a bus home. Unfortunately, it is an afternoon game, so we won't be done the game until probably at least 5 o'clock. We'll be home after midnight for sure, because there'll be stops. And anyway, it's one of those big coach buses. There's like a DVD player, so we have some classic movies for the kids to watch. I'm sure they'll bring their Switches and all the boys will be playing on their devices. And I will be knitting. So I've got audiobooks queued up. I've planned out, I think I'm going to bring my shortest day shawl, because I've still got quite a bit of work left on it. Like 6 colors is still a lot, even though it'll be 12 hours of bus time. I'm gonna cast on Taylor's hat that I just showed you in Next on My Needles. And I think I'm gonna bring Mike's fingerless mitts. I think those are the 3 I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna bring 3. Not gonna bring my mystery knit along. It's more involved. And I don't usually get motion sickness, but also I usually am sitting in like the front seat of a vehicle, not on a bus. So I just want simple projects that I can just knit away on, and I can look out the front window or converse with the other parents that are going, all of that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think that is, I'm just looking around at the mess I've made on the floor. But I think that is all I have to talk about this week, and we will see you guys again next week. Bye!